This is the three-time Impact Wrestling X Division champion, the newest member of Bullet Club. I am the inevitable Ace Austin. And right now I want you to check out something on YouTube for me. If you're looking for some wrestling content on YouTube, go ahead and head over to the Nation Network. All right, they got some old school, they got some new school, and I'm willing to bet, chances are they've got something that you'll like. And that is inevitable.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the channel. Vince McShane with you here. And it is Impact Wrestling tonight, live from White Plains, New York. It is Victory Road, and they've got a good lineup here tonight. I'm kind of excited for this one. I'm rocking my girl's shirt. Alicia Edwards is up against Trinity for the Knockouts World Championship. I don't think she's going to win, but I wish she would because she's paid her dues. She's been around a minute, and I just don't like the idea of a WWE girl just coming in and taking the title like that. I wanted to go back to somebody who's been there long enough and earned it. She may have earned it at Trinity and other places, but she ain't earned it in Impact in my book, and I just think they gave that belt to her way too quick. That said, they got a lineup that is very impressive tonight. They've got the kickoff show still going on YouTube free of charge. We just saw ABC beat Moose and Macklin, and there was a match prior to that, which I can't even recall because I was setting up and I wasn't paying close attention to it. But the lineup for tonight is going to be impressive. I'll tell you that much right now. DHW's in the house. Ancient Clown, howdy. Lady Sky TV, welcome. And thank you for being part of that 1% female audience that I've got. I appreciate you. Bring some friends, okay? Let's see. Anybody else watching this by chance? They've got, I mean, for $71 a year, they finally woke up and started including the pay-per-views with the programming. I don't think we're going to get, what the heck? Bound for Glory. They're talking about it. I don't think we're going to get Bound for Glory in that at all. They seem to want to hold out and charge for that, which I think is stupid because, you know, you get the network for what, $6 a month if you don't mind commercials, and you're getting WrestleMania. So if they're giving that away for $6 a month, I just think, you know, your Impact, and I love you, but you're not on the same playing field. So you got to, you know, you got to include your pay-per-views. The art of pay-per-view is pretty much over at this point. I know AEW likes to do them. I just don't know how much longer they can sustain it. I take it while you can, but if they ever decide to do a streaming service, that's going to take out the pay-per-view thing, because if you're not going to include them, then why would anyone want yours when they can go to WWE, pay $6 a month, and get all that stuff included? So just my point of view. Blaze Radio, what's happening? You have a female cat on the couch. I'm going to add that to my viewer total. So I'm going to go to 1.9. I was actually just looking over all my stats and stuff recently, as in earlier today. And I don't do that a lot, but I did in this case. Let me get the video up here. Trying to fit all this on one screen so that I'm focusing on the screen with the camera and not looking at the other screen here. I'm going to go full screen, but then it won't let me pull up the chat box. God dang it. We'll try it this way and see how things turn out. Oh, that was just a trailer. Where's the actual pay-per-view, guys? Come on. I thought that was actually the show starting. Hold on a second. Where? Let's go back to the main screen. Here we go. Oh, this is old stuff. Wait a minute. What's going on here? What's happening? Maybe let me try this again. Impact Plus. Where the heck you at? Impact Plus. Yeah, it's sending me here. I'm not going crazy. All right, there we go. Now I think we're good. Yep. Now we got it. I think what I might do is take. No, I can't do that because otherwise that's going to show up. It looks stupid. CM Punk confirmed for Impact tonight. Let me tell you, that would be a kick in the ass. Kushida. This is going to be a good one. The X Division title match. This is going to be a good match. Kushida, of course, won the Ultimate X. And he's now going to go up against Lio Rush. So this is, this is a good show tonight. They've got a good lineup. All right, I'm going to kind of put this on this screen here, which means you guys will see the chat box a little bit too, and I'll have to just bounce my eyes back and forth a little bit. This way I can see the actual show over here on the screen. There we go. I don't want to miss this opening match is probably going to steal the show. Oh, Lady Sky, you bought it yesterday. Congratulations. I know you'll like it. They have literally everything that's ever been TNA or Impact in there. I still like to go back to the very first pay-per-views, which were weekly, for anyone who's been a fan of the program that long. They were on Wednesday nights for about $8.99 or something like that. And to see where they've come from. There we go. Lio Rush heading down the ramp. I don't generally get into the smaller guys that much. You know, Rey Mysterio took a while to grow on me, but he did. But other than that, I enjoy watching them a little bit, but I don't really, they don't make me want to watch them. Lio Rush is the exception because even though he's probably smaller than my kid sister, the reality is this: the man can talk and he can friggin' move. I mean, I wish he had another few inches and another few pounds on him to make him seem a little more legit. But I do dig his thing, man. He keeps me watching him, despite the incredibly small frame. CM Punk in the NWA. I mean, that's not good for him because then he's got to follow up Tyrus. And who wants to follow that act? And I can actually see him fitting the MLW, to be honest with you. I just don't know. It's like a lot of people say he's going to Impact. Is he willing to take that pay cut? He might be. You know, he could be like a Daniel Bryan that just wants to be in the indies and these smaller promotions, and he'll have all the freedom in the world to show up at Impact, do a couple of shows, and, you know, go anywhere else he wants. But my argument has been that they don't have the money to sign him. They might be able to get him in the door for a couple of matches, but to put him on a 1-year contract, I can't imagine it. All right, bell sounds, action's underway. Lio Rush Bailing outside the ring, trying to psychology games on Kushida early on. And now Kushida going to chase him around that ring. Back in they go to the ropes. Lio Rush with a leapfrog of sorts. And he and Kushida both bouncing around a couple of jumping beans here. Lio going up on the top rope like a girl trying to run away from a mouse. At least that was back in the old days. It was like that. Nowadays, women probably pick up a baseball bat and split that mouse right down the middle. Looked like a couple of spiders trying to fight it out there a minute ago. They were just hopping over each other. You know this is going to be a fun match. Got the hoverboard locked on, but ooh, big up kick. Lio Rush in trouble. Kushida getting the upper hand now with a scoop and a slam, and down goes Lio Rush. Goes for the cover, a quick 1 count out the back door. Lady Hawk, Lady Hawk. Great movie, by the way. I love that movie. Lady Sky, you've had it several times before. I got it about 6 months ago, give or take. Off the ropes, comes out with a hip toss, and nice move right there into a back handspring. Lio Rush catches a drop kick to the face. Using the ropes to pick himself back up in the corner, and Kushida's got some plans. He's getting ready to go coast to coast with that big uppercut chop to the throat. Lio's perched up on the top rope. Kushida's getting him set up, and Lio kicking off for a moment. Kushida continues. We just kicked them off the ropes. Now working the arm. Lio Rush is on the apron. Kushida's in the ring. Referee's trying to get both of them in the ring. And Lio going to the eyes to break it up. Yeah, I saw EC3 took the title off of Tyrus, ended his career. I saw Tyrus on Fox News announcing it. I like Tyrus as a person, don't get me wrong, but man, the wrestling part of him, it was pretty much over about 5 years ago. And the idea that you put a world title on him in any promotion for how long? At least a year, if not. And that's not talking about the TV title. He had that for like 3 years. When you go from Nick Aldis to Tyrus at that point in his career, especially with the lack of mobility he had, I'll say this. I watched TNA recently, or not TNA, sorry, NWA recently, and it was more palatable than it had been in a very long time. Still not good, but, and I get EC3 is their name right now. That's their marquee name, but that's kind of the problem at the same point in time. And we won't even talk about production value. Kushida, getting ready to ring the arm, but Lio says, I don't think so. Nice move, Lio. Quick as a cat. Lio selling the left arm right now. Kushida using the ropes to get back up. Here comes Lio with a clothesline in the corner. Sends him to the ropes. Back out for another clothesline, and Kushida goes down. Holding the back of his head, Lio goes for the cover and barely gets one. Referee Dan Spencer right there to make the count, letting Lio know it's a 1. Ooh, Lio with the big cross. Hammer away across the top of the head. Kushida down in the middle of the ring. And now Lio playing to the fans a little bit here, giving Kushida a chance to kind of regroup a little bit. And he does, comes up with a savate kick to the shoulder. Now Lio hammering away with some right hands. And a headbutt. I love Kushida being in Impact Wrestling. I think it's a great fit. It's a decent little arena for them, too. It's bigger than what they're used to performing in. You've got a bigger crowd than normal. Got electronic banners around the arena. If I'm guessing attendance, based on what the camera's cutting to, I'm thinking it's at least 1,000. I think it's at least a crowd of 1,000. Could be more. Uh-oh, Leo's got Kushida's Back to the Future glasses on. Never put on another man's pair of Back to the Future glasses. And here comes Leo. Oh, the glasses just fell off. He couldn't. His head too small for him. Irish whip reversed. Kushida comes off the ropes, and Leo misses. There's a roll up by Kushida, gets 2 and almost got 3. 2 3/4 count. And now, went for the hoverboard lock. Came close, and now nice handspring, knocking Kushida off the apron. Leo gonna go off the ropes and missile dive to the floor, but he's caught. Kushida's got the hoverboard locked on, but they're on the floor. Oh, Leo's being taken apart on the floor with that hoverboard lock. He won't release it. And now sends Leo back in the ring. Running kick to the back. Kushida sizing him up, waiting. Tried for it again. Couldn't connect. Swing and a miss. Both men go to the ropes. Kushida's got it on him right in the middle of the ring. Leo Rush, the X Division title slipping away. Can he hang on? Kushida putting the torque on that arm. Leo Rush trying to make it to the ropes. Kushida pulls him back to the middle. The crowd chanting tap. Oh, he is in trouble. But he has turned himself into the hold and now goes for a roll-up, holding on to the ankle for 2. Leo Rush almost pulled one out. Swing and a miss with a back heel kick, and now Kushida with an up kick connecting, and both men throw right hands. It's a double knockout. Somebody call Rocky Balboa. Both men down. The referee starting the count. If one of them is not up by the count of 10, which should only take about 35 seconds. Oh, and they're both on their knees now in the middle of the ring, exchanging blows. And by that, I'm talking about punches. Stiff forearms back and forth now, connecting on the jaw. Kushida with a big one just rocked him. And now Leo bounces off the ropes, comes up with a forearm of his own right to the jaw. Leo coming up with a series of those forearms and now getting ready. But he goes for the left arm, realizes his left arm is too badly damaged from the hoverboard. I don't even know how to describe that. Oh, referee accidentally got thumbed in the eye. Kushida threw a punch. Leo blocked it and then pushed the arm backwards into the face of the referee. Kushida's down. Leo's on the top rope. And 5-star frog splash connects. Rob Van Dam would be proud. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and 3. Kushida goes down. Lio Rush, victorious, retains the X Division title in an opening match. It wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be, but it was good. I'd give it a 3.5 out of 5. I go 3.5. I'll say that 5-star Rock Splash. Good luck. Was legit. It's a good finisher for him too, because you gotta think about it. It's got to be a finisher you can put on anybody, and then his size and weight. Knockouts World Tag Team title is next up. Another one of these matches that I'm actually looking forward to. They're running down the lineup for the night. Going to have the Motor City Machine Guns back in action against the Rascals. PCO got run down by a car in the parking lot prior to the show going on the air. They are showing the footage of Bully Ray with a rental car that he's probably going to have to pay the insurance on now. I'll tell you, for a guy his age, I worry about him. He's just taking too much. The medics are saying he can't compete at PCO. He's got to have medical treatment. But he just got up off the gurney and he's heading in. They're also coming up on the 1,000 episode of Impact Wrestling, and I think they're going to really pull out all the stops for that one. We know Gail Kim is coming back for that show. We know that Awesome Kong is coming back for that show. I feel pretty confident that ODB will be back for that show as well. And that's just the ladies division. Who knows what's going to happen on the men's side? I think it's going to be a really, really exciting show. I wish it was live instead of pre-recorded because I don't want to know any of the spoilers. Savannah Evans and Giselle Shaw, should they win, guess it would be the co-ed tag team championship. And here comes MK Ultra. I really, really enjoy this matchup of Masha and Killer Kelly and how it came about. That's the thing that Impact does really, really well compared to a lot of other companies. Masha and Kelly had that long drag out feud. Oh, it wasn't that long, but long enough, and culminated in a big match on one of their pay-per-view feature events. Masha got the win, but afterwards the mutual respect kicked in. And it's not just like a couple of friends. There's a real freaky kind of vibe going on between the two of them, but it works. And I've always been a Killer Kelly fan. I just think she's got a great look to her. Love her in-ring work. Putting the two of them together, it works. I highly doubt we see a changing of the titles in this match. Savannah Evans had a period of time where she was, and it wasn't a very long period of time, but she was wearing like the white camo pants. And I wish she'd have stuck with that because it just had a badass side to it. And she's the kind of girl that can pull that whole thing off. It's just, I feel even now looking at her in the gear she's got on, nothing wrong with it. But I just felt like that snowfall camouflage outfit just kind of give her a militant, almost an angrier feel. I don't know how to explain it. I just really liked it and wish she'd stick with it or go back to it. All right, Masha starting things off with Giselle. Rick Steiner's favorite wrestler. Big boot upside the head. Clothesline, and Masha takes her down, goes for the cover, gets one. Makes the tag. Killer Kelly comes in. We're going to have a double team. Giselle to the ropes. Nice double team. Killer Kelly with a pump kick, and then at the same time, you got Masha doing a sweep. Kind of a double doozle, but all with kicks. Killer Kelly, the hell is she doing here? It's almost like a perfect flex, but she's just holding her up. There it is. It was a perfect flex, a stalled perfect flex, showing the strength. Kelly's got Giselle down. Giselle, just pulled the referee in, so he did not see Savannah Evans pull the ropes down, and Killer Kelly goes out to the floor, holding the back of her head. Savannah Evans makes the tag is now legal and throws Killer Kelly back into the ring. Savannah with a cover and a 2 count. Nice suplex right there. Giselle goes for the cover, hook and a leg, gets one. Killer to post. What's up, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. Are you watching this by any chance? Full Nelson into a backbreaker by Giselle Shaw. Follows that up with a flatliner. Shoulders are down for 2, and Killer Kelly. A little bit of desperation in the eyes on that kick out, and now she's in the wrong corner. Giselle teeing off on her. That would be domestic in most states. Yeah, we're in New York. That's all right. Double stomp to the midsection. Tag mate Savannah Evans comes in. Giselle hanging on to Killer Kelly. Savannah Evans with a butterfly suplex takes Killer Kelly towards her corner, but not close enough to make the tag. Referee's there for 2. Well, I'm glad I reminded you it was on, man. It's been a decent show so far. Had the X Division match, was okay. This match has been pretty decent. Savannah Evans with that Hulk Hogan leg drop gets 2, and the referee's hand on the way down for 3. Tag made. Giselle Shaw comes back in. Kelly needs to make the tag out. She's been in there way too long. Masha is fresh, and she is reaching, but cannot get to her tag team partner. Knockouts tag team titles on the line in this one. Kelly coming up with a series of stiff forearms to the head, but a big knee to the midsection. Giselle Shaw with an Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Kelly leapt up and hit that top turnbuckle with her back, feet off the floor, took that full brunt. Giselle comes charging in, nobody home. Kelly desperate to make the tag within inches and kicks off, reaching up. Savant kick to the head. Giselle goes down. And Kelly makes the tag. As does Giselle Shaw. So we have got, oh, look at this. Masha taking out both of the challengers. Helluva kick to the corner, and Savannah, holy cow. Off the ropes with a back heel kick, and Savannah would have been beat with that one. It actually looked legit. She hits the ropes, comes off with a spinning back heel kick that just knocked the taste out of the mouth of Savannah Evans. And now double team going on with Giselle Shaw. That was not a legal teaming, but there's a save made by Killer Kelly. All 4 ladies in the ring. It's breaking down now. Kelly thrown out to the floor. It's 2 against 1 on Masha. Referee doing a horrible job of controlling this match. Savannah Evans. Oh, she accidentally just kicked Giselle Shaw clear out to the ropes and onto the floor. Killer Kelly just took their ring boy out. And there's Masha with a roll up from behind. Got 2 only. Ooh, big punt kick right there by Savannah Evans on Masha. Gets 1, 2. Oh, dadgum. I thought we were going to see a title change. It's my pleasure, man. It's a good show. You should watch it. Up across the shoulder. She's got her. Savannah Evans holding her up in that Samoan drop. A little too long. And now Masha gets out of it and has a Tazmission locked in. Ooh, Savannah just ducks her head down and uses that centrifugal force to snap her down. There's that back heel kick again. Stuns her. Snowplow. Masha for the win. Yes. And MK Ultra remain the Knockouts Tag Team Champions. I'd give that a 3.75. Couple of sloppy moments, but all things considered, it wasn't a bad match at all. I swear, the way Masha and Kelly interact with each other is it's borderline disturbing. DCO running around the backstage area. Oh, bully from behind with a steel chair. Oh, right to the shoulders. Bully going to work on PCO. Their match hasn't even begun. Bully telling him he's just a man. No, Bully coming back with the gasoline again. It's going to be hard to get that national TV contract on TV if you really want one by setting people on fire every week. I'm just saying. Most advertisers shy away from that type of behavior. Just covered them in gasoline. And now Bully is about to light the fire. And PCO spits fuel into the eyes of Bully Ray before he can light him on fire. I'm going to go on a limb and say that was probably just water. They are recapping the package they've been doing on a weekly basis on Crazy Steve, which if you haven't seen, it's pretty good stuff. And again, this is what Impact does really well. There's a lot of familiarity in the way Steve did this segments with, reminds me of the ECW days of Cactus Jack. A lot of similarity. Crazy Steve going to be going up against Black Taurus in what should be a decent match. I like Black Taurus, man. That guy, when I saw Impact Live the first time about a year and a half ago, it was the opening match was Black Taurus against Laredo Kid, and it stole the fucking show. Here we go. Yeah, Pillar, I felt it was pretty similar. I really did. Not in a bad way either. Not in like a copycat or rip off or anything like that. I just got those vibes, which is not a bad thing if you can pull that off. I feel like Black Taurus has to lose this match only because they're trying to do something with Crazy Steve here. And I think if he loses his first match after those 4-week promos, it's going to be counterproductive. Got a video package going right now that is kind of odd. Is he wearing a mask? Yeah, he's wearing some funky mask. This mask he's wearing is a little bit different. Don't even know how to describe it quite yet. Got a black trench coat. Give him the red lighting. That was interesting. So the mask is got an upper and a lower half to the jaw, and he just kind of peels it off. Yeah, I agree, Pillar. I think they would have to have him win the match, or else that was just a waste of 4 weeks worth of promos. Tom Hannafin doesn't want to be anywhere near him because in that last promo segment, Crazy Steve kind of snapped on him a little bit. Hannafin's looking like he's going to jump the guardrail. He won't sit at the table. Bell sounds. Taurus charging in. And Crazy Steve getting crushed in the corner early on by Black Taurus. This time he brought up a knee, and that stuns the Mexican luchador. To the ropes, Irish whip reversed, and again Crazy Steve into the corner, and Taurus teeing off on him here in the corner. Pulls him back out to the middle of the ring with a power slam. Gets two. Damn, Taurus. I don't think anybody gave him the script. Crazy Steve is on the floor right now and joined by Taurus, who just got caught with a waylay of a left hand. Steve driving him back first into the apron and now throws him back into the ring. Crazy Steve is talking to Tom Hannafin, who will not get anywhere near the table, saying, relax, you're watching the birth of something beautiful. What a chop. Dadgummit. Taurus is lighting him up with those chops. Comes into the corner, nobody home. Crazy Steve now with a clothesline. Taurus stuck in that corner. Now he can't get out. Crazy Steve charging into the corner. Taurus throws him off. Goes charging in himself. He got caught in the back body drop. Comes down right on the top rope. Crotched him. And Taurus still sitting up there. Springboards off the middle rope to Steve and catches him with a clothesline back into the ring. Goes for a cover, gets one. Crazy Steve now wrenching the head and neck of Black Taurus. And there's CM Punk. Nah, just kidding. Crazy Steve says, I want your eyes. I'm going to take your eyes now. He's trying to gouge out the eyes, but Black Taurus ain't playing that. Taurus is on his feet now, and now Russian leg sweep by Crazy Steve. You like that, Pillar? Stomping away. Taurus in the corner now, pulling himself up off the canvas. Steve still playing to the crowd, and Tom Hannafin. These two have spent a lot of time in the turnbuckle. Now driving the elbow into the head of Black Taurus, who is still stuck in the corner. Big right uppercut connecting that time by Crazy Steve, and Taurus still in the corner. Charges in, but got caught with a big boot right to the face. And now Taurus went for the clothesline. Nobody home. Into the ropes. Little catch as catch can going on here. Dropped down by Steve with an ankle lock. Takes him down with a drop toe hold. Hits the ropes. Got caught with holy cow. Damn it, man. That was supposed to be a Samoan drop by Black Taurus, but I think he over-rotated on that thing and it turned into a pile driver on him. Hard to say if that was supposed to happen or not. He's selling the shit out of it, but I'd want to see a replay on that because I'm not sure he didn't. Well, it looks like he's all right as they go back into action off the rope. Steve comes back elbow missing by Taurus. Pop up into a Samoan drop, and Taurus connects with that one. Crowd starting to chant. Taurus pulling himself up. Once again, we're in the corner. Spending a little too much time in the turnbuckle in this match for my liking. They make it back to the middle of the ring. Big right cross drops Crazy Steve right there in the middle. Taurus telling him, get up. Connecting. Crazy Steve throws another one and another one. They're blocked. And now Taurus with a headbutt right to the face. Sling Blade takes him down. Another one. Crazy Steve with a wind-up clothesline. Nobody home. Tornado clothesline by Taurus. Almost took his head off. Irish whip to the ropes once again. Crazy Steve gets caught. Tilt-a-whirl. He's up across the shoulders now. Taurus going to put him away. Damn! What a backbreaker. That hurt me. Crazy Steve down on the ground, looking up at Taurus, saying, I'm sorry. He's begging off. Taurus is right there. Crazy Steve begging. He takes Caruse's face in his hands. Oh, I thought for sure he was going to go for the eyes. Carus can't put him away. It's his old friend. Turns his back on Steve now, who's back up. Clubbing forearm to the back of the head, and Carus goes down. I don't know about anybody out there, but if I ever got into a fight with somebody, even if they were friends, and then they started begging off the end, if the fight ain't over, the fight ain't over. The hell is going on here? He's going under the announcer's table, and he picked up a fork, a dinner fork, from under the announcer's table. Not under the ring, the announcer's table. He's getting ready to go Abdullah. Referee trying to gain control of this thing. Carus was able to grab his hand before he could come down with that ring, with the fork. And now Crazy Steve on the middle rope comes up, diving DDT. And that connects, hooks both ankles, and gets the win. I'm going to give it a 2.75. Spent way too much time in the turnbuckle. Now Crazy Steve coming over. Almost consoling Black Taurus. Before making the gesture of slitting his throat with his thumb. If they would have kept it in the ring a little bit more. Tommy Dreamer getting ready to do a quick promo with Gia about the fact that he put his career on the line tonight if he doesn't win this match. Tommy Dreamer against Kenny King, if you're not familiar, for the Digital Media Championship. Tommy's wearing a Terry Funk t-shirt. That's appropriate. And I feel like, man, it could go either way. Now, Tommy went into great depth yesterday on Impact about the building they're wrestling in and the history it has with him particularly. I'll presume all of that story was accurate. Claims that it was the building that he had an audition for WWE in. His first match ever, I believe. They're showing a package recapping Kenny King going up against Johnny Swinger from a few weeks ago. And it looked like Swinger was going to get that win, but didn't. By the way, talking about NWA again, I was really bummed out that Zicky Dice left Impact. I liked him here, even though they didn't do nearly enough with him. But the fact that one of the places he's spending time now is NWA. The only reason he left NWA, and I liked him in NWA, that's where I met the character of Zicky Dice, that's where I got to know him, is when he was in NWA prior to COVID. And he was getting pretty good, and all of a sudden he was gone. And then he did a promo with, I think it was Chris Van Vliet, where he explains, he wouldn't name names, but he kind of did. And it was basically Nick Aldis ran him out. Nick was maybe threatened by the fact that he's supposed to be the number one guy and Zicky was getting over. They weren't treating him as an entertainment act. He was a wrestler with his personality, as opposed to what impacted with him is more of the comedy stuff. And he showed he can do that too. Now that he's back in NWA, I'm hoping they're going to give him that serious edge that he had before so he can keep going with that, because I think that's his better option. He's a great wrestler. He takes solid bumps on the simplest shit, and it looks good. Eric Tate in the house. How you doing? Welcome aboard. Dreamer first attended a wrestling event in this arena 43 years ago at the age of 10. And here he comes wearing Terry Funk-esque tights with the red, white, and black stripes going vertical. Wearing a Terry Funk t-shirt, carrying a white towel. Tommy's mom made all of his wrestling gear up until this evening, which is an interesting fact. Got his family here at ringside, which you would think they would have that whether he's going to win or lose. Is that Beulah? Hold on, let's see. I'm not sure if that was her or not. I'm assuming they're still together, I guess. I don't even know. Getting a really good ovation. That's cool. And here comes the challenger, Kenny King. I'm not the challenger. I'm saying he's the digital media champion. Sheldon Jean in the corner of Kenny King. We'll see if he's allowed to stay there. Kenny King wearing all blue with a hoodie trimmed in. I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like a golden tribal pattern. Kenny King holding the belt up with his back facing the hard camera. Got to work on that. ECW chants starting to break out. Referee Frank Gastineau, and then they zoom in on his face, and he looks like somebody just kicked him in the dick. Ring announcer introducing Tommy Dreamer, who gets a huge ovation. He's already looking very emotional. Yeah, that's not Beulah. Who the hell is that? Maybe his sister? Could be his sister. Anybody know if they're still together? I'm presuming they are. Big JH, what's up? Yes, if he loses, he retires. That is the way this one goes down. So we just saw Titus do that in the NWA, which is what makes me think they're not going to do that here. Referee displays the Digital Media Championship. Ooh, Tommy takes it away from him so he can take a closer look, and now he hands it outside the ropes. Referee calls for the bell. Action will be underway as Tommy and Kenny King walk towards each other in the middle of the ring. Words exchange. Referee standing by. Kenny basically telling him, you're getting ready to take the long walk home. Circling the ring as we get ready to get this one underway. Collar and elbow tie up. Kenny King going to the left arm. Winding up that wrist. And Tommy reverses it. Comes up with a hammerlock. Kenny King twirls out of that. Arm wringer sends Tommy rolling across the ring. And Kenny just strikes a pose by laying on the canvas, mocking Tommy Dreamer. Oh, I would guarantee you Sheldon's going to interfere. The question is, will he interfere and have it backfire, or will he cost Tommy his career? Tommy with a side headlock takedown, and now holding on to that headlock, wrenching back on it. Head scissor by Kenny King to get out of it. Tommy jumps out of that, comes down with an elbow that misses. Spinning kick by Sheldon misses, and now Dreamer comes up with a clothesline that misses. I kind of hate to see him retire at this point now, even though he's moving extremely slowly. He's looking like an older wrestler that probably needs to call it a day, but can't help liking this Perry Funk outfit that he's got going on. I'd like to see him have a few matches in that. Then he can hang it up. Irish whip reversal. Kenny to the ropes, comes back out, got caught with a hip toss. Tommy Dreamer once again, Irish whip sends him to the ropes, and Sheldon caught the ankle of Kenny King, and Tommy just hit him with a clothesline, and both of them are out on the floor. Now, what happened there with Sheldon? And Tommy's confused. At first, I thought he did it to keep him from going back off the ropes and getting hit by Tommy, but now it looks like perhaps there was some sort of a mix-up. Tommy taking a bottle of water from a fan at ringside and sprays it in the face of Kenny King before handing it back to the fan. I don't think I want it after you've drank it, but okay. Kenny King's on the floor, blinded by water and spit. Tommy to the ropes. What is he thinking? Well, he was faking that he's going to go through the ropes, but he didn't have to worry about that because Kenny King caught him with a kick to the head. He and Sheldon seem to be back on the same page. Kenny King slowly climbing to the top rope. Tommy's there to catch him a la Ric Flair. And Kenny goes for the ride. Dreamer sends him back in, and look at this. Kenny King decided he wasn't going back in the ring, rode the bottom rope all the way around, a la 619, and now suplexes Tommy Dreamer on the ramp. Kenny King with a big suplex of the 50-plus-year-old Tommy Dreamer on the steel ramp that made one hell of a sound. Kenny says, "Get your punk ass up." Right jabs now, connecting by Kenny King. Does the flip, flop, and pissed off Tommy Dreamer with lefts and rights. Now Dreamer biting him. Went for the clothesline, but Dreamer, oh, that's sloppy. I mean, this isn't quite as bad as watching Ric Flair in his last match, but it's definitely in the same conversation. Kenny King, corkscrew slingshot over the top rope, and he wipes out the hardcore legend. Oh, damn. Just told Tommy's one of his daughters, I believe, to sit her fat ass down. Oh, he just looked at his daughters and said, "Hey, I'm your daddy now." I'll say this, if it's not his last match, then real soon it needs to be. I mean, it's understandable why he can't move around at this point in his life. He's not a young guy. He's had a really physical career. God only knows what he puts up with on a daily basis from his body. I mean, I can see him going a little longer to Bound for Glory, being that's the WrestleMania for Impact. But sometimes the body's not going to cooperate with the game plan. Let's see. Kenny King went for a springboard and landed on the tailbone because nobody was home. Getting a second chance now, though, as he goes to the top rope, but Tommy's there to meet him. Tommy going for perhaps a superplex. And there is a superplex, and Kenny King just bounced off the canvas. Both of these men down from that superplex. Dreamer just starting to come around. And once again, we've got two competitors on their knees exchanging blows in the middle of the ring. We've seen that before tonight. Back up on their feet. Dreamer blocks a shot. Series of left hands. Flip flopping. There's the elbow. Somewhere up above the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes is watching, going, "That's what I'm talking about, baby." Spine buster by Kenny King. Goes for the cover, gets two. He got almost three. 2 3/4 count. Kenny winding up the band over here. Oh, taking a page out of the book. Cutter by Tommy. Hooks a leg, too. He almost pulled it off. Kenny King was warming up the band for Sweet Chin Music. Said, I'm sorry. I hate you. And then went for the Shawn Michaels moment, but it didn't happen. And now Dreamer has him up across the shoulders. Could it be a Spicoli driver? No. Shades of the Macho Man as Kenny King snapping Tommy across the top rope. Kenny on the top rope one more time. Blockbuster goes for the cover. 2 3/4, and now Tommy's still able to roll out. Kenny King had just rolled up on the chest of Tommy to get that pin attempt. And now working the leg, perhaps. Spinning toe hold, trying to mock Tommy by trying to beat him with Terry Funk's finisher. Tommy caught him in a small package. Here's 2. Kenny King going for a sunset flip, but he can't get him over now. Tommy drops down, hooks the ankles. Kenny reverses 2. And now Dreamer reverses out of it. Series of 2 counts, back and forth. And here's a Spicoli driver. Now going for the pile driver. This could be it. Here comes Sheldon any moment now. The Terry Funk pile driver connects. Hook of the leg. 1, 2. Oh, kicked out. Got a shoulder off the canvas, and to my surprise, Sheldon had nothing to do with it. Tommy getting back up to one knee now. Wait a minute. Looking down at the Terry Funk t-shirt. He's calling for a moonsault. No way. There's no way. Tommy's up. He's on the top rope, referee. And now Sheldon on the apron with the referee. And Tommy slips as the referee was handling the ropes to deal with Sheldon and hits the back of his head. Sheldon has been ejected by the referee, who's still outside the ring with Sheldon. Wait a minute. Heath Slater from behind with a zigzag takes him down. Referee didn't see it. Tommy DDT goes for the cover. Do we have a new digital champion? Yes. The innovator of violence, Tommy Dreamer, is the new Well, I'll tell you right now, the last minute and a half bumped it up a little bit. I was looking at about a 2 1/4 star on this one. I'm going to go to 2 3/4 stars. Nice to see him go out with one more title reign. He's never been a man of championships, never wanted championships, but if anybody deserves one, Heath back in the ring celebrating with Tommy, handed him the Digital Media Championship belt. Wearing his sunglasses, mind you, after hitting that zigzag. And we break away to look at Steve Maclin looking in the mirror because Maclin's got that date with destiny to go 1-on-1. Josh Alexander and Maclin were supposed to be going head-to-head for the championship, and of course, Alexander had that injury that took him out for several months. Maclin would go on to win the championship, but not against the champ. Deonna Purrazzo. Getting ready to go up against Jordynne Grace, making her return. She's been out for a while. Purrazzo against Jordynne Grace coming up next. Purrazzo coming down the aisle with an outfit that Charlotte Flair would probably want to steal. Dazzling blue with some big feathers going off the back. I will be right back to call this one as well. Stay with us.
It's not WrestleFest on the arcade. It's not WrestleMania on the NES. It's not No Mercy on the N64. It's just a gunshot away from those fine retro games on Project 64. Retextured, remodeled, right on your home PC. I'm aboard, but watch your step. It's the all-new WWF Legends Challenge 64.
And we're back. And this thing kicks off right off the bat. Jordynne going to work. Jordynne's wearing one of her pinstripe outfits. This time we're going with black and red color schemes, ROH-esque. Action's out on the floor right now as Purrazzo driving the back of Jordynne Grace into the apron. The physical change in Jordynne Grace has been talked about a lot lately on the different wrestling websites that are out there reporting on different news issues when it comes to wrestling. And the physical change in Jordynne over the last couple of years has been nothing short of amazing. And of course, the question comes up, how much of it is natural versus assisted? I don't think you can make an argument that there's some help from chemicals. But at the same time, that doesn't happen just by taking pills. You got to put in the work as well. So. Jordan's in the back corner there. Deonna working the arm. Now draping the arm over the middle rope. Pulls it back through. And Deonna kicking that middle rope. Continues to wind up the arm. It's kind of a slow tempo early on. And now Jordan comes back, ripping a couple of hard forearms. Hits the ropes, and the Virtuosa meets her there. Now back and forth they exchange. Another Irish whip attempt. This time Virtuosa grabs the top rope to prevent it. Hits the ropes herself, comes back out front. Flying head scissor. Almost went into the armbar. Jordan using the power, coming up with a big slam and another one. Went for a third. This time she couldn't get her up. Sit out power slam, got two. Purrazzo barely kicking out of that one. Virtuoso now going to work on the arm. Caught her. Nice move right there into a variation of a suplex. Goes for a cover and a 2 count. Goes right into the Venus. DeMilo got the arm. Jordan's in the middle of the ring. She's going to have to power out of this one. Jordan turns it in and turns it into a pinning combination. Deonna has to release the hold. Thought she might have her for the Queen's Gambit, but that's not going to happen. Big chop to the chest by by Jordan. And now Deonna's perched up on the top rope. Big uppercut. Jordan's got her. Looks like it's going to be a superplex. Purrazzo trying to fight her way out. Purrazzo having her head driven into the knee while on the top rope. Oh, she's got her up, but not all the way. That was dangerous, but the strength. And it just caught her with a jackhammer. Holy cow. The suplex off the top rope, that almost went south. But the strength of Jordan, and then into a jackhammer immediately after the superplex. There's a roll up where that didn't go anywhere. There's a miscommunication on a look at this tombstone possibility on. That's it. 2-0. Just barely. Virtuosa should have had that one, she thought. A variation of a tombstone pile driver, and Jordynne Grace went straight down into the canvas. Purrazzo running into a boot. Stiff forearm shot to the head. Open hand slap across the face by Jordynne Grace, who's fighting her way back in the ring from the apron. Shoulder block, and Purrazzo back to the middle of the ring. Jordynne's in. Both ladies hit with a clothesline, and they are both down. Deonna rolls through. Got the shoulders down. Couldn't hold her, though. Jordynne Grace with a power bomb. Purrazzo with a big kick to the head. German suplex. Deonna hit the ropes but got caught. Just dropped Deonna on her head after holding her backwards. Purrazzo currently 4-0 against Jordynne Grace, looking to keep it a perfect 5-0. Jordynne Grace going for a muscle buster, couldn't hold her up. Then Purrazzo has the arm. Jordynne again turns into it. Only this time Purrazzo goes right back to it again. Purrazzo holding the arm and then delivering elbow shots to the head at the same time. But Jordynne Grace is not giving it up. Jordynne Grace with the juggernaut and got her. Jordynne Grace returns to Impact Wrestling with a win. And unfortunately for Deonna Purrazzo, the losing streak continues on big events. Bully Ray against PCO coming up next.
It's not WrestleFest on the arcade. It's not WrestleMania on the NES. It's not No Mercy on the N64. It's just a gunshot away from those fine retro games on Project 64. Retextured, remodeled, right on your home PC. I'm aboard, but watch your step. It's the all-new WWF Legends Challenge 64.
All right, they're wrapping up the package for this one. This N64 project looks amazing. It is available now. I just haven't quite had the time to download it, but I think we'll be seeing some of that here on the channel in the not too distant future. So look for that. These guys did an absolutely outstanding job. I had to grab a bite to eat. I was starving. Bully Ray from Hell's Kitchen, New York City, established in 1991. Well, these guys have already started the match technically early on tonight. Bully Ray is trying to leave Santino, and security not going to allow him out the building. And there's PCO. So this is going to start backstage. And who knows if it'll even make it out there to the ring. Bully Ray having his head driven into the equipment boxes here behind the scenes. The maniacal look on the face of PCO as we go back. Oh, my goodness. It looks like Home Depot exploded in the arena. We've got tables, ladders, chairs, trash cans. And they have made it onto the stage. Bully Ray with a clothesline. Down goes PCO. And now sends PCO down the ramp as he rolls all the way to the end. Bully Ray exclaiming, "Do you know who I am?" We might know who you were when this one's all said and done. The match doesn't officially begin, apparently, until the bell rings, and that's after they both make it in the ring, which they are still ringside at the moment. Bully Ray, with all the toys to choose from ringside, goes underneath the ring to get a chair. Now pulls out the garbage can instead, driving it into the body of PCO over and over again. Bully Ray telling the crowd to shut their mouths. I don't think that's going to have the effect that he wants it to. Got two tables in the ring, takes the trash can lid and starts working the right knee of PCO. PCO, of course, wearing his absolute best gear. Black t-shirt torn to shreds. Spray painted letters of PCO on the back. There are three tables currently in the ring, none folded up or set up, although that's about to change. Bully Ray's working on the ring, setting up a table in the corner. PCO set up two chairs at ringside face to face. And now Bully coming after PCO, caught him, and PCO takes the nasty plunge through the chairs he just set up, completely destroying one of them. Bully Ray taking advantage of the downtime, sets up three tables, one in each corner. And now, looking down on PCO, hits him with a garbage can from inside the ring. PCO gets up and manages to get in the ring. But Bully is out on the floor right now. So once again, the bell has not sounded to officially start this match. Bully setting up another table, this time ringside, and again, the match not official. And here goes PCO taking the garbage can now to the back of Bully Ray, crushing the garbage can in the process. Bully Ray is back in the ring. PCO is in the ring. Ring the bell. It is now official. PCO charging in, nobody home, and he goes through a table. And now Bully Ray takes him going to corner, head first through the table. That leaves one table. Bully pulls PCO out of the rubble. What's he got going on here? Is he going to do another table? Head first. No, does the cannonball, barely breaking the table. You're taking a look back at the replay. If you're scoring table breaks, it was the second one that scored a 9 out of 10, and the other two probably got about a 3. Oh, throws him through the ropes to the floor, and this time he destroys the table. PCO just continues taking punishment. You have to wonder at his age why. PCO sits up because you just can't kill him. Then Bully Ray says, screw this, and he's leaving. But as he looks up the ramp, a team of security headed by Santino, who says, "You're going back." Santino, just got slapped by Bully. Oh, Santino starting to convulse. Santino's going to go for the Cobra. And Bully catches the Cobra. And now PCO is going to have the opportunity to start dishing out some. We have a holy shit chant for the Cobra. Okay. Bully's back in the ring. Has a garbage can. Well, he had a garbage can. And now PCO has the garbage can and just drives it down into the back. Once again, in PCO flattening that garbage can on the body of Bully Ray. PCO calling for the ladder. And it is a big ladder. I don't mind telling you. I'd say that's a good 20-footer. Folds it up outside the ring to bring it in. That is a big ladder. And it is under the bottom rope in the ring, and it is a legal part of this match. Suplexes Bully Ray on the ladder. Not the most impressive suplex I've ever seen, but he did land on it. Bully Ray still laying prone across the ladder. PCO going up to the top rope, but now Bully is moved and catches PCO on the top rope. Is he going to bring him down on the ladder? Oh, God, he does. PCO landing flat. And Bully Ray, big elbow drop, goes for the cover. Got two on top of the ladder. And Bully Ray has just found a Rubik's Cube, but decided to break it rather than use it as a weapon. Bully Ray setting up another table. Must have had a hell of a sale at Walmart. PCO still down as Bully Ray sets up another table. Bully Ray has picked up a cowbell as well as a trash can. Steel garbage can across the back of PCO, who's been down this whole time, by the way. PCO punches the garbage can, which strikes Bully in the head. And now choke slam. Bully through the table. Bully Ray becoming a table taco. And PCO got a 2 count. Well, we've got a cheese grater. PCO bringing a cheese grater to the party because, well, what kind of party would it be if you didn't have one? Cheese grater to the nether regions. And he's grinding it. And Bully just screams, "My balls." Bully Ray bleeding from the head, and I mean the top of his head. Laid out on top of a table, and PCO going up to the top rope. This cannot end well. PCO went for a variation of a senton that didn't even break the table. It broke a leg on the bottom of the table, but the table itself is still completely intact. Here's an idea. Get rid of the table that you can't break anymore because you already broke a leg. It will take one hell of a finish to save this match because this is by far the worst match of the night. Bully Ray hits the table that was set up in the turnbuckle and almost didn't break it, but it did go this time. And PCO gets the win. So that was supposed to have been the go home, and it didn't work. I got to give that a 1.5. It was horrible. That was just a bad match. Look, between Tommy Dreamer and PCO, I respect these guys for what they've done and the careers they've had. It's just not a good look. They are too old. They are slow. They are unable to move the way they should be able to move. It's not fun to watch. It's just not. So that was not a good match. I wasn't expecting it to be a classic. I thought it would be a decent match when you bring in all the hardcore elements for the two of them. Eric Young backstage with Scott D'Amore. And this Thursday will be the 1000th issue or episode of Impact Wrestling. That's right. The Dudley Boys will be together on Thursday. The Impact Tag Team titles next up. Got to feel that the Rascals are going to get the win to legitimize the title run that they're on right now. And of course, you've already got Alex Shelley with the world title on. Saban's going to be the one that takes the loss. You're not going to let the world champion lose to one of these yahoos. Motor City Machine Guns are 4-0 against any version of the Rascals. I guess there's been more than one. Miguel and Wentz have won their last 3 tag matches in Impact under controversy. No surprise there. And the Motor City Machine Guns will make the first entrance. By far one of my all-time favorite tag teams. The Motor City Machine Guns have always been the top team and always been fun to watch. Always wish they could have done at least a stint in the WWE. I think it would have been amazing. Although this is Impact, it wouldn't completely shock me to see the belts get handed over. Programming notes here for the channel. Tomorrow, 12 noon, as always, Saturday morning wrestling. The WWF Superstars of Wrestling. Join us for that one. And then tomorrow, bell time scheduled for 6 p.m., the WCW Clash of the Champions. Rascals are a good-looking tag team. They work well together. Wearing matching neon green highlighted attire. Got a hockey jerseys on with 69 on the back. If you're a hockey fan, imagine the old Edmonton Oilers jerseys, but instead of blue and whites, you're looking at a black jersey with white pinstriping and neon green. Referee holding the tag team titles up because those are the titles that are on the line here in this one. Bell sounds and we are underway. We still haven't seen the Knockouts Championship yet. Surprised they're putting it this late in the card. Trey Miguel starting things off with Chris Sabin. Good job of. Ooh, nice move right there through the ropes, but he catches himself on the apron. Trey Miguel is a very talented in-ring performer. Take nothing away. Tag was made. Trey Miguel didn't see it. Shelley now the legal man as he sneaks into the ring and applies a rear chin lock. Double team. Couple of kicks coming from front and back. Big kick to the face by Alex Shelley. Wentz very slow to get back up. Matching tornado punches by the Motor City Machine Guns. Hit the ropes and get caught with a couple of drop kicks. And now they're on the floor. And look at this. Pulling the Rascals out to the floor with them, but they get caught for their efforts as Miguel and Wentz connect with a pair of super kicks. All four men on the floor at this moment. Action still out here on the floor. Thrown back in under the bottom rope. Shelley ran into the top turnbuckle. Wentz is in. Big chop to the chest. And now follows it up with a series of boots to the midsection as the world champion collapses in the corner. Wentz finds himself in the wrong part of town. Shelley comes charging in. And now Wentz doing the splits in the corner. Shelley with a handful of face. And now Wentz being double teamed by the Motor City Machine Guns. Sabin working the leg. Sabin stomping away on the leg of Wentz, who's in the wrong part of town right now. Chance of Motor City going throughout the crowd. Wentz desperately needs to make the tag now as Shelley does the spinning toe hold. Shelley got his eyes raked, and now he is swinging wildly. Wentz goes for the super kick and misses. And now Shelley perhaps a figure four. There it is. And now Sabin applies the figure four. Both members of the Rascals are in the figure four leg lock as the referee asking Wentz if he wants to give it up. Off the ropes, back out front. Ooh, what a kick. Wentz just delivered one that looked pretty good. And Alex Shelley going towards the wrong corner. Trey Miguel legal. Sends the world champion to the ropes, reverses the Irish whip. Trey Miguel hitting with a moonsault, and now here comes Sabin in. Gets caught for his trouble. Double team by the Rascals as they've got the Motor City machine gun set up, one in each corner. High drop kick to the face. Sabin goes down. Another high drop kick to the face. Trey Miguel down in the middle of the ring following an Alex Shelley clothesline. Went for a leg drag on Wentz, who was halfway in the ring. Used that rope for added leverage, and now they do the same to Trey Miguel. Sabin does it to both. To the ropes, back out front, through the ropes, and the Rascals are taken out. Chris Sabin going through the legs of his tag team partner, Alex Shelley, to complete that maneuver. Trey Miguel staggering back to his feet towards the corner. Sabin inside the ring, Shelley on the apron, and they double team Trey Miguel, who was in the corner now. Shelley was trying to make it to the top rope, but he was stopped. Miguel has picked up the tag team title belt. He postures in the corner, waiting for Sabin to get back up. And referee intercepts the championship. Wes from behind with the other title belt, and that leads to a 2 count. Spray paint is being introduced to the match. Sabin connecting off the apron. Trey Miguel ringside right now after that devastating top rope plancha. Almost thrown the tag team champions head to head, but they stopped themselves just short. And now the good hands have shown up at ringside. Spray paint to the eyes. There's 1, 2, and 3. Sabin takes the pin as predicted. I'd give it 3 1/4 stars on that one. Wasn't a bad match. All right, ladies and gentlemen, due to time constraints and the fact that I got work in the morning, going to have to call this at night. I was hoping it was only going to be a 2-hour show. I guess I could have looked ahead and seen, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank you guys that have been here keeping me company. I'll check out the last couple of matches tomorrow, and we can talk about that then. Remember, tomorrow, 12 noon, if you want your Saturday morning wrestling like you liked it in the old days, the WWF Superstars will be right here. I can tell you the main event sees the reunion of the Mega Powers, but after Saturday night's main event, Hulk Hogan's now the #1 contender. The Macho Man is the World Heavyweight Champion. How will that work together? We'll find out tomorrow at noon. Bruno Sammartino will be on hand. The Ultimate Warrior will be on hand, and so much more. Then tomorrow at 6 o'clock p.m., it will be WCW, and it will be Clash of the Champions. 6 championship titles will be decided. It's going to be a night. Between now and then, stay safe, be cool, and I will see you tomorrow right here on the Nation Network.